Switch is acting normal. It was acting a little silly earlier. Alright. Now it's doing it right. Okay. So let's double check the chat works, even though I don't expect anyone to come. Perfect. Alright, so this is part 2, I guess you could say, of a little series I'm working on of just showing you guys some of the tips and tricks and everything that goes into making an account successful in Raid Shadow Legends. This is a free-to-play account. I can't remember where we left off on together, but I'm on day 5 now. I've been doing my dailies. I've been making sure not to do any shards or nothing that's too impactful, and I'll explain everything I've done so far as we move on. All right, so first things first, let's pick up our shield, and we get some weapons. All right, shut the hell up. All right, oh, fucking hell. So this is a free to play account, but I will be telling you guys if there's any deals that I definitely think are worth it. There's a good calculator out there if you guys follow Chosen or Chofly. He has a good calculator to determine if it's a good deal or not. This is definitely a good deal. 3 voids, 500 gems for $5. I don't need a calculator to tell you that this is a very good deal. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. This is also not a bad deal to me. This is probably one of the better deals. They do it once a month, I believe. Or no, oh no, this is the daily one, sorry. There's another one where they have the meme. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this bullshit. Let me show you guys what I had to deal with today. I mean, not today, the last couple of days. So my suspicion is that I had to deal with bots in my account. I mean, not my account, my tournament. So as you can see, the top 3 accounts, all players that were created, they never changed their name, and they got to 3,615. Now, this account that I've had here has been active for what, 3-4 days. Even though this is my 5th day picking it up, it's really been active 3 days because I actually didn't play the first day. I had just started 2 days ago with you guys, right? And I only managed to get to 2,000 points. And I think I progressed pretty hard. So for them to get this far and everything, I feel like these are bots or something, and they're probably selling their accounts, But either way, it was a little frustrating. I couldn't do anything here, but even spending money for this isn't worth it. I did manage to at least get my 1,000 to get my 4-piece speed set. So let me show you some of the stuff we're going through here. So I've got Kale to 5 stars, and I got his skills up. At the beginning, this is really not that hard. As like I said, free to play 100%, haven't spent any money. Just progressing through the game, progressing through the normal campaign, and everything will get you skill books and everything like that, and you just keep moving forward. Also, to note, I did get lucky. Because the game the company has been out for 11 years. I guess this is their 11-year anniversary. So I did get really, really lucky that they gave some rewards here. So the 3-4 ranked chickens allowed me to get Kale to 5 stars a bit quicker than I would normally have been able to. So, that is something to note, that obviously this progression is a little faster than it normally would be. But it's, it's still good to note, how this works. Also, another thing is I am not eating any rare or above, even though in any other account I've played, I always eat my rares because I barely give a shit. But I am not going to eat any rares unless I have a duplicate of it. Okay, because I'm going to try and practice what I preach, and I preach that you should save at least one of each rare. That's what I recommend to a new player. I didn't do it because I'm an impatient turd. I ate Rain Beast to get my Gallic to level 5 on my original account, my One Piece Lair account. And Rain Beast was really, really good back then. So that was the dumbest thing I could have ever done. They nerfed him a bit, but he's still kind of a decent beginning champion. Anyways, let's get into some of this. So I got her to 4-star. I just leveled him to 4-star. He's actually going to be food at some point. He's going to probably be 5-star food later. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I have a second one right here. And at the end of the day, these rares are dispensable to me, okay? I'm just making an initial team to work with. And let me show you some of the gear I got. I managed to, you know, the lifesteal set that they get you at the beginning is always pretty good. I think they automatically give you good stats. That's rare, obviously. So these are speed boots. That's speed can only be obtained as a main stat on boots, you know, which logically makes sense. So these are speed boots, and they will go up to what is it? Actually, I don't remember. Is it 30? Yeah, 35. Because they're 4-star. If they were 5-star, it'd be 50. I mean, what the fuck, 40. And if it was 6-star, it'd be 45. That'd be the max that can go. So I got speed boots on him. Attack percent. You almost never want attack percent, but you know this is beggars can't be choosers. And I got double rolls on HP percent, so that worked out pretty well. These are crit rate gloves, which is also really useful. And again, I got more HP percent here. I ended up getting this cruel set from the campaign, so I got more HP percent. Like so he's managing to get a lot of HP percent off some of the side stuff. And then I got some extra speed here. So my KO's already at 148. That's not too bad for a beginner. Alright, so let's pull the shards real quick and see if we get anything useful. So I got 2 voids and 7 ancients. Oh, sorry, let me also explain something else. So another thing I did, this is probably my top recommendation for you to do with your gems. As you progress, you're going to get a shit ton of gems at the beginning because of all the, you know, the new stuff you're doing. I recommend unlocking all of the marketplace because you can get blue shards, ancient shards in them sometimes for 200,000 silver. You can get them up to 5 times a month. So just be aware of that. As the new month resets, you get, you know, you have a potential of up to 5 in the month. So make sure you check it as often as possible to scoop those up. I believe I've picked up 2 already, so 2 of those 7 are that. And I also recommend, especially if you plan on playing this long term, to unlock your gem mine. I managed to do the first set already. So it's 500 and there's 3 levels. So it's 1,500 total. So I did the first 500 already and I have 2 more to go. So that'll build you gems over time. And then obviously within, I believe it's 100 days or so, you pretty much make your gems back. You know, you make your money back, so to speak. All right, so let's just come in here and pop the voids, see what we get. Let's see. Okay, kind of useless to me, but let's look over her skills. Attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Attacks one enemy, let's read the better one. Attacks one enemy, has a 45% chance of placing a sleep debuff for 1 turn. A 15% weakened debuff for 2 turns if the skill does not place the sleep. So this is pretty much an alternate. So if it doesn't do this one, it'll do this one. And you can up it a little bit, but obviously, in my opinion, this is not worth it. It's attacking one enemy. There's better champions out there. Decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 15%. It's 5 turns. That's, you know, like I said, it's not the best. She'll go in the vault because, as I said, I'm going to try and keep 1 of each rare. All right, let's see what we get here. I don't remember her. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Inflicts 15% more damage against targets with who has no active buffs. Attacks one enemy, decreases target's turn meter by 20% if the attack is critical. Attacks all enemies, remove 1 random buff from each enemy. Well, that's not too bad. It's not a 3-turn cooldown. So see, like, this could be kind of fun to do if you got a team that you're trying to fight that has a bunch of buffs on them. But in my opinion, both of those void pulls were a flop. And now we got 7 ancients. So let's see if we can manage to pull a rare that'll help out, or, you know, higher, obviously. Okay. Attacks one enemy, has 25% chance of placing provoke. Attacks one enemy 3 times, has a 25% chance of granting an extra turn, and it can be buffed a bit, so it'll be 35% chance. And it's a 3-turn cooldown. That's not too bad. Attacks one enemy, heals this champion 15% of the damage dealt, places 50% damage reduction for 2 turns. Heals this champion for 30%. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she could be. I keep messing that up. I could pay for the next ancient from that screen. Let's see. I'm probably not gonna keep doing this because honestly, unless they say like attacks all champions, they're kind of useless to me. You know, because there's no point in investing in champions that are crap, and most of the rares, in my opinion, are trash. Grants an extra turn if the target's killed. This could be fun. Now Septimus has a skill like that. Removes one random debuff from all allies. Has 60% chance of placing Okay, so this is a speed booster. Doesn't boost turn meter, but boosts speed. Removes one random debuff from all allies, so she can cleanse a little bit. And has a 60% chance of placing a 30% increased speed boost. That's actually not that bad. She might be worth messing with. Excuse me. I already get an. Is this the same guy? No, this is a different guy, I think. He looks the same though. Banshee. Attacks all enemies. Has a 20% chance of placing a 30% decreased debuff. Okay. Attacks all enemies. Attacks 2 times at random each attack. You know, she's actually not bad. By the way, never check the reviews. The reviews on here can be stupid. So, you know, that's another little tip. Make sure you just ask your friends if you're in a clan with a good group, or look it up on multiple platforms. Don't just take the things where, you know, but attacks all enemies can be kind of nice. I got a little dwarf, honor guard. All right. Honestly, in my opinion, I didn't get anything. That's not too surprising though. You know, you can't expect too much from this. Attacks one enemy, decrease. Attacks one enemy, don't really care. Attacks 3 times. Okay. So unfortunately, pulled 9 shards, didn't get a damn thing. That's a shame. Okay. All right, so let's throw all of those guys. Oh, see, these guys look similar to me. Oh, they are the fucking same. I really wish they tried a little harder. Like, look at this. All right, anyways, let's throw all of these rares. No, not you. Into the vault. Okay. So, again, you don't have to do this. If you feel that they're useless rares, you can eat them. I recommend keeping one of each because you never know if it's a part of a fusion or something. Let me show you again. For example, see, these 2 right here are actually a part of the fusion. So I would have 2 components that I can make a fusion for. And that's the same thing for new fusions that may or may not come up, right? All right, so that was a giant bust. Let's pull a couple 10 mysteries just in case we get some good stuff. If not, we at least get food. I am a little disappointed. I was hoping for at least one useful, viable champion. All right, so let me show you guys. I managed to completely 3-star all of normal thanks to Kale being 5-star. I got the void from there, and you get a void for beating this stage, and then you get a second void for completing all the stars. And now what I've been trying to do, but without much success, is get through the story at least one time, not necessarily beating it with, you know, with these guys. So right now I'm using her, Kale, you know, you always get her at the beginning, and then these 2 because I managed to pull them, and they were the first real champions I ended up getting. And I just recently 4-starred him because I have a duplicate, so I can feel free to eat his ass whenever I feel like it. Oh, the jokes that could have come from me saying that. I didn't realize that. Alright, so let me not... See, and this is another thing. Don't be lazy. Sometimes it's better to not auto. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm doing anything useful right now. I'm doing pretty dumb shit. But, you know, you can start learning a lot more if you're not on auto. Because if you are on auto, then you don't pay attention to what's going on, and then you may, you know, your champion will do the wrong move. Like I've had Kale do his best move when there's one enemy with like no HP. For example, he'll do this move right here, his AoE, and there's really no point to it, you know. So for example here, if I was on auto, Kale may end up doing his AoE on this guy. But to be honest, it's better if we just attack him. See, because I'd rather save this for the next round. Also, Kale is in lifesteal so that he can heal from any damage he does to someone. So it's more bang for my buck here. As you can see, he healed a pretty decent chunk there. He healed like 4,000 or so. So it's better, it's more beneficial to you to auto sometimes if you're trying to do something specifically. Okay? Obviously, you know, if your champions are good enough, then, you know, you're going to want to fucking go ham and just, let me boost even though it doesn't do much. I didn't really care about him. Honestly, at the end of the day, these two are the only ones I give a shit about. If I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. These are just fodder that can distract the enemy. See, like they were focusing them instead of Kale, which is beneficial. Yeah, you see? All that damage is damage that Kale didn't get, so I'll take it. Especially, see, it's like that. Like this is a point where you may want to think about it. I'm going to do it because they're both the wrong affinity for me. So I want to get some good damage in. And it's about knowing your cooldown. See, now I have 2 left. And now I'm going to have 1 left. And then he's going to go again. See? So, it's just about paying attention and knowing exactly what to do. So now I'll still have my ability for this fight. Which I'm going to need because it's a pain in the ass. And let's heal Kale a little bit. Okay, and let's do this. Let's do that so that she gets her unkillable thing on. So yeah, she gets automatically an unkillable when you get close to killing her. So I wanted to do that so that it could finish that off. Alright, so now because everyone here is the wrong affinity, it can screw you up. So you really, that's why he needs lifesteal if you're trying to complete this. And you need a good healer. But unfortunately, I don't actually have a good healer right now. You're closest. Oh, I was hoping. So what happened there is I did not crit, which is an issue. So the reason I went for that guy is because his turn meter was almost full. So I was trying to kill him before he managed to go. So now my goal is the same, but with him. As you can see, it didn't fucking work, and then he killed me like an asshole. Alright, now at this point, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to auto and hope that she can kill her. Since she's the better affinity. But since Tanisha can heal, that's an issue. But yeah, so that's what I've been going through right now. Just slowly trying to get through it, but this is so annoying. Yeah, critical. Jesus, that heal. You know what's funny? I've never used Sinesha myself. Like, that's her right there. She's actually really useful, but I never use her. Oh, he leveled up. Okay, so that's some of what I've been doing. Trying to get the rewards for all of that. I've also been doing missions here. Let me show you. I've done 33 so far. Right now I'm at the point where I'm looking for an attack percent chest plate. And let me go through that real quick and show you. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me double check where it's from. So this is something else. You got to make sure you're reading this. So it says stage 5 of Sewers of Arnok on normal. Because my dumbass, and I'm going to tell you, I've done this. Stage 5, right? But we're on hard. You got to read it. Because like some people, including myself, would just think, oh, as long as I do stage 5, get a chest plate, I'm good. But no, it has to be on fucking normal. So you have to go back to this weenie shit. Let's put some food to level. Just because. Obviously try and make it, efficient. Might as well get some weenie experience for these guys, right? And then you just go to town. Now, the issue here is that they want attack percent. And this is something I didn't realize. Again, when I was first playing, I was a giant noob. As maybe some of you watching this are. Because obviously, this is a playthrough. So you can click on this, and as you can see, this is defense flat. And what that means is that it's a flat stat. 8%. It's an 8, right? It'll either show a percent or a flat stat. So make sure you know the difference, especially if you you're talking in chat and then you get confused as to what the hell people are talking about. All right, let's see. Oh, what the fuck? You guys are good luck. So this is attack percent. So remember, it has to be attack and it has to be percentage. So it should pop up. Yep, we completed that mission, which is pretty cool. These are the bane of most people's existence. If you ever see someone bitching about it, you know, understand their pain. It's frustrating. There was another one earlier that I had to do for the gloves to be attack percent, and it was absolutely atrocious. It took me, I want to say, 30 runs, you know, and it can get real frustrating. I got lucky and got it on my second time. So now clear stage 1 of or higher of dragon 3 times. So let's go do that real quick. Now, and that's another thing. Again, read what it says. Here it says clear stage 1 or higher. So there's no need to go attack the level 1 if you happen to get further, which I did. You know, might as well attack the better version because that determines what kind of gear you get. And I'm going to tell you this now for anyone that's starting. Dragon is your best friend because it's going to have 3 of the best sets out there. It's going to have accuracy, which you need because that's what's going to help you land your debuffs. Speed, which is the name of the game. You need to be the fastest team out there or you're going to lose. If you guys have seen any of my other content and you've seen me attack arena on my main account, if I go first, I will more than likely win unless they have a really good stacked defensive team. But for the most part, most people don't. So if I go first, I win. If I go second, I get my ass kicked. And then lifesteal, which is I want to say the most important of all how would you say, fucking god, all artifacts, you know, all sets, because this lets you get 30% back from the damage dealt. And that's very important when you get to clan boss, because as at the beginning you're just going to have a healer with you, but as you get further you're going to want to use by the way, this is another cool feature I fucking didn't know existed. I don't know if it always existed. I'm just a moron, but might as well show you guys. So as you can see, these are the 4 champions I have. And as you can see, I have no one else of, you know, really of note. But if I do this and include the vault, I can use people that are in my vault right now. I know it's a simple thing, but some people really don't know all these little things. I see them ask shit like this in chat all the time, so I really should go over it. So to be honest with you, I need to start going over a lot more of that stuff, a lot of the beginner tutorial stuff. So yeah, so make sure you know you can use your champions from the vault. So you know, you don't need to have all the champions you're using for all your different teams, you know, your dragon team, your ice golem team, whatever. The only champions that have to remain out are your arena defense team. Okay? Even your arena attack team does not have to be out. So just make sure you know that. It's, you know, it's useful information for storage purposes. So yeah, only your arena defense team has to remain outside of the vault. Everything else can stay in the vault. So let's go attack. I'm actually curious to see if I can do stage 10. Kratos, why do you have to do it near my mic? Huh? Why you gotta do it near my mic? What you doing, baby? And my dog's name is Kratos because I fell in love with God of War for PS4. I enjoyed the fuck out of that. I've actually played, done a couple of videos on that, just me going through some trophy hunting. I actually completed that, platinumed that game, thankfully. Alright, so it looks like I'm beating the shit out of him. Alright, so obviously I haven't tried this in a bit since I got Kale to level 50, so... Alright, so... If you see anything with resistance, in my opinion... Unless you were literally endgame, like over level 60, fighting for Platinum Arena, sell it. It's absolutely useless. Unless you're going for that. In my opinion, it's almost never viable unless you're going for like Platinum Arena, which I never will because I don't fucking care. That is my personal recommendation. Prevent Hellraiser. Oh. That's the other cool thing. There are a bunch of little challenges. Excuse me. And these challenges, you know, they're pretty easy to do. As you saw, I just did that by accident. But that's something else I'll show you guys in a minute, because it's still very important to try and get that done. Oh, man. By the way, on a side note, if there's any other interesting content that you'd like me to try and do for the channel, if you have any other questions that you want me to try and display, please feel free to ask. Give me more ideas for me to show you guys any tips and tricks, or if you have any questions, you know, just ask away. You know, that's the whole point of this particular series, is me trying to help newer players understand the game a bit better. Okay. So, by the way, a side note is you should not pull your shards unless there's a ×2 event. I think I've said this before, but in case I haven't, I pulled them now because at the beginning you may want to try and see if you can pull a couple useful champions, but the better idea is to save them for an actual event. So this is another bad thing. So on gloves, on the bottom three, on gloves, chest, and boots, you generally want a percent main stat. You don't want HP flat because it won't scale as well as HP percent. So pretty much you will generally want to sell these. The only flat stat that you would want on your bottom three set, it would be your boots, which is speed. Aside from that, you don't want flat stats for your main on the bottom three. On the top three, you will always get a flat stat. It's going to be for your sword, it's going to always be attack. For your helmet, it's going to be HP. And then I'm going to do level 1 just to get through it faster. And then for your shield, it's going to be defense, as you may have guessed. Okay, so I'm just going to do level 1 just to, get through it, because obviously I don't want to take all day doing this either. But, just because I'm trying to show you guys a little bit of everything, and I apologize if I'm a little, how do you say, neurotic about it, because I'm going everywhere. I'm selling that just because it's a level 2. The fact that it was defense percent is actually a good thing. But again, you want 4, 5, 6 star gear. You have to have some standards. All right, so let's see if the shop has anything for me. Sometimes they can have a decent weapon, so you definitely want to check. Like this has attack percent, it's 4 stars. It's not the worst thing in the world. And this one here has defense, which is even better, and it's a defense set. I'm not going to pick it up because, again, I don't need it, but just letting you guys know that these are things you want to look for. And this is what I was talking about earlier. There's a bunch of mini challenges to do in different sections. Upgrade 6 commons to level 10. Stuff like that. And they'll get you this little reward here, as well as a mini reward, whether it be silver or energy. So this one right here got me a little more silver. Let's get that done. Alright, so let's see. Earn 60 stars. I had already done that. That's something else to note, that some of these are retroactive and some of them are not. So sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. Alright, so now we're going to win attack percent boots from the same location. Excuse me. So we're going to go to Sewers Arnok. Now we're going to go to the boots section. Okay. And we're going to try and win us a set of attack percent boots. I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 attempts. If not, I'm not going to do it on camera. It's fine. You guys aren't going to see everything. I'm going to try to keep all major decisions on the channel. But aside from that, I'll be doing my grinding off camera because, let's be honest, you have to, grind, and I can't just stream. All right, so I got a shard, which is not a bad thing either. I'm going to have to play daily to try and get my rewards. But I promise I won't open any shards without you guys. So you guys can see any useful things. The only shards I've pulled off camera are the mystery shards, because the highest I can get is a rare. So it's not really that tantalizing. Wow, I got another. See, where was this luck? There was a fusion that required 16 of him to make. And I've already pulled 3 of them. Like, where was that luck before, Alright, so ironically, I haven't gotten any damn boots. I've gotten a mystery shard and a 3-star. And obviously, that's a good thing. It's great that I'm getting a 3-star. That's probably one of the best drops you can get. Just because that's a 3-star chicken right there. That's food. That's going to help me level up my champions much quicker. And let's see what we get here. 120. That's a flat stat. Oh, that's the other thing, by the way. You should have sold it. I should have sold it right there, but I'm an idiot. So, you're going to end up getting your storage full if you don't sell it right away. But I play quick sometimes. I'm an idiot. What do you want? All right, let's see if I got anything. A defense percent. That's not what we're looking for. All right, well, this will be the last attempt here. If you did not start with Kale, by the way, any other of the starters that you picked should be very viable. Almost every time you're going to want to build them with crit rate, crit damage, and speed. In Kale's case, you want accuracy as well because he can land poisons. So you want to... Oh, that's right, I'm full. All right. Let's start doing some shit. Let's feed you. Okay. All right. So let's start doing some level ups and stuff like that, just because we actually ran out of space. Okay, we got you. And all right. So let's do this. So you guys can see a little bit of what my mentality is. There are several ways to go about this, so obviously just, you know, pick whatever method goes for you. So right now my hopes are to get a duplicate of him as well, so that I can eat him later. So I'm gonna actually build him with the intention of eating him. Her, this guy, I forgot his name, Gray something, and Hurler, I'm building with the intention of eating him to build up my Kale later. But for now, he's still useful. So I'm going to feed my duplicate skull sworns, and this game will warn you like, oh, this is a fusion material. Do you want to do this? Are you sure? You know, that's actually a good thing to do. So I'm gonna just eat him, make him 4 stars. Perfect. So now I have a set of 4-star champions that I can work with. So let's feed some more crap to him, just because, you know, we need to make some space. Okay. Alright, so we got him at level 10 now. And let's also see how much it costs to upgrade. 280. Let's do... I think I had over 1 million. Alright, it's about half my money. Let me stop now. Yeah. Alright, so with all that, we can summon some more mystery shards. And we did some more daily stuff here. Oh, we need to buy something from the market. So let's actually look in the market. Well, these percent boots I was looking at earlier aren't the worst. So let's pick those up for now. Just because you could also pick up a common. The best thing to do is pick up a common or uncommon champion. Commons are the cheapest. And then the other best thing, the best thing you should always get them is mystery shards. Because those are always useful for many situations. Okay, so beat the boss 3 times. Make an artifact 4 times. Alright. Alright, so let's pull some shards here just to see. You know, you never know if you get lucky with an what do you call it? A rare. Okay, I'm just, you know, pulling them for fun. That is a bad luck. Jesus. Yeah, I've had really bad luck with my pulls. As you can see, it's supposed to be a 24% chance of an uncommon, but in 20 pulls, I only got 1 uncommon. So that's 95% chance of a common in that likelihood. Obviously, that's all RNG, so it's, you know, it's just it's just the way it goes. All right, so let's see if there's anyone here I can attack. This. All right, these teams are a little too jacked up, so let's go to a different page. That's the problem with bronze right now, is a lot of teams slowly go down. They're either not playing anymore or they are. So I have to see. This guy has a legendary and a KO level 43. I'm probably going to lose, but might as well try it. Oh, he has a Seeker. I'm an idiot for not looking. Yeah, Seeker's annoying as hell. I think I've said it before. Yeah, they killed me before I could even go. Well, on the bright side, I went down a rank, so now I can actually try and fucking do things. Obviously, you don't want to do exactly what I'm doing here. You want to try and go for teams you can win. So if you want, be patient. But since I'm trying to do this for the benefit of the camera, I'm trying to just do my 5 in front of you. And you may not want to actually, how would you say, do this on auto. It'd probably be best if you can, you know, attack one at a time and, you know, pick what you want to do. Because as you can see now, they killed my KO. I probably could have done something about it otherwise. Oh, he blocked revive. What's this? Alright, that's 2. Let's do this. The good news is when you're doing the 5 arena battles, you don't have to win them. You just have to do them. Let's see if there's anyone else here worth fighting. Because honestly, look at these teams. Some of these asshats have legendaries in them. Fuckers. Alright, so he has... Yeah, I'm probably going to lose to this one. But again, I'm just doing it I'll explain more about Arena in a later when I actually work on my team more. Because like I said, right now, these assholes are not even close to level 40 where they should be. I, I, I truly barely care right now. I'm just trying to, you know, trying to do other stuff. I'm not really focused on any of that yet. All right, so this team, like, see, he ascended all these, which is, it's not that it's a bad idea or anything. It's that it's not worth the energy to waste the potions on them. The only one I wasted potions on is her, because she's a part of the what I'm using to 3-star. I'm using her and Kale. But aside from that, I tend to avoid that, because you're wasting pots. So unless you're planning on using them for a while, what does this do again? Let's do that. I hate rally. That's the only reason that guy's decent. Remember? Okay, let's remove it from him, because I don't want him doing any annoying move. Let's try and kill him. Alright, let's kill him again. Oh, you hit twice? You're such an asshole. Alright, so we lost this already, so now at this point it doesn't matter as much. So let's just let that happen. Okay. Perfect. So we did our 5. And again, you don't want to do it the exact way I did it. Oh, I actually won some medals apparently. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. So your dailies can be done within an hour, so that's one of the benefits of them. Like, it's been 36 minutes and I've already done most of them just by doing other shit. Alright, so let's see. All these are level 12. Let's upgrade this a little bit. I'm gonna avoid upgrading this gear to anything past level 12. A heavy recommendation is to not move anything past level 12 unless you're 100% certain you're going to use it in the long run. Especially because 4-star gear at some point will be phased out. You're going to want at least 5-star on even endgame teams. Preferably 6-star, but you know, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to 6-star. Alright, so that landed on flat. I mean, by the way, just for the record, this ring sucks ass. Like, it only has 1% stat, the other 2 are flat, and I'm not even landing on them. Also, just for the record, rings, amulets, and banners, you can't get percent on them, just like the above. These are the only ones you can get percent for, and for a main stat. All right, let's go beat a boss. Whoa, I'm not. That's not even unlocked yet. All right, let's real quick see if we can do this. Actually, I doubt it. All right, so let's try and do this manual just to get the best possible version of it, if possible. Demon Slayer 018. Fully ranked up Molly. Molly's pretty good. I don't have her, but I would like her. She'd be nice to have. Okay, if I remember correctly, the last boss is a single champion. It's like a big dragon, so I don't mind wasting my AoE on this guy. Okay, so the problem isn't so much that I'm not going to be able to do it with 2 champions. The problem is that he's probably going to kill the girl, unfortunately. Alright, we landed 3 poisons out of those, so that's pretty good. So obviously there's going to be some RNG involved here, because if I land my poisons, I have a better chance at killing him, because the poisons will slowly take him down a bit more. Alright, it helps that my Kale's fairly fast since I built him that way. Alright, looks like we'll be able to 3-star this. Alright, cool. And I tried this earlier with these 2 champions and it didn't work. So that's why, again, it's better to try and manual. Alright, so now just for the last 2, I just wanted to test that and see if it worked. I'm just going to do the easiest one. Let me put some food in there. So let's just get through this real quick. For this mission, sometimes I'll do that. Obviously, once you get your farmer built up and you're farming brutal, which is the most efficient place to farm, you're going to want to just do what I'm doing here. You just go to a boss you know you can beat with 1 guy and then level up to, you know, some food with it. All right, so we got it. All right, so tomorrow I will be able to unlock another ancient right here. So I will not pull it. Like I said, I'll promise you guys. I'll keep all those shards and save them for whenever the next time is I come on live, which should be cheese biz wit. Hello. But yeah, so I won't pull any shards unless I show you, unless I see you guys. I mean, which should be what, next Tuesday? I think is the next time I get on. The fuck day is it? Thursday? I'm losing the days of the week. All right, so let's see what else I want to do before I let you guys go. Do I have any keys? No. And the main reason you want Kale over any other starter, by the way, if I'm just gonna point that out real quick, is pretty much clan boss. Because one, Kale's one of the highest damage characters of the four starters, but the other reason you want him is for clan boss. The other three are not going to be as useful in clan boss, whereas Kale lands poisons, so he's actually almost, I want to say almost end game viable. He can go up to even Nightmare, I think. Obviously, I wouldn't use him past Brutal personally, but you know, depends on what you got, right? All right, so that's all I'm doing here. Got everything going. I honestly don't know if I can think of anything else I want to talk about in this particular episode. I told you guys a little bit of what you need to be doing. I guess I can go over real quick the other dungeons. Alright, so in the Ice Golem, honestly, in my opinion, it's the worst dungeon. I'm doing alright. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, as best you can in this day and age. But yeah, and the Ice Golem is the worst, in my opinion. They have the basic sets that you can pull. I mean, but later on, as you continue through the game, these become almost useless. The only one maybe in here that I personally wouldn't mind is defense, because you're going to get a lot of defensive champions that you're going to want to be able to do stuff with. And then you have the Fire Knight over here, who actually has some decent sets. This set's pretty good. 4 set, 30% ally shield for 3 turns. So you put that on someone and it gives shields to everyone else. That's pretty fucking useful. Crit damage is pretty useful for when you're trying to build up some hardcore hitting. And this right here is it's amazing. If you guys have seen me on my main account when I attack arena, my bellower is in a stun set and he can fuck shit up. You know, it's useful for dungeons, for arena, everywhere. And then Savage is another one people use because it ignores 25% defense, which is great. I mean, I try my best. Hopefully I can help some people. But Fire Knight, by the way, for the record, is literally my worst dungeon on my main account. All the great shit I have, I still can't hit Fire Knight 20 for more than 7 minutes. It depresses me. And then you got Spider, which actually, let's do that real quick because my Kale's level 50 now, so I should be able to do the first one. Spider's your second most important dungeon, probably your most important dungeon, because it's the only place you can get accessories aside from stage 7 of each one, but this is the only place you're going to get the good ones. The only problem with it is obviously it's all RNG, and there's what, 18 factions or something like that. So, you know, if you want a barbarian, you're going to get like fucking 10 Night Revenant rings just because that's how the RNG works. You know, they know what you're missing and they're like, oh, I'm not giving you that. Giant assholes. All right, so what you're going to want to do for Spider, which again, I can't show you too much on this account. On my real account, I could probably show you better. Is you're going to want a lot of AoE to kill these little spiderlings, or you're going to want HP burn so that every time they take a turn, it burns the mama bear. Or you're going to want to just nuke the shit out of her, which is what my team does. I think I've shown it before on a different video on my main account, but I use 2 Royal Guards, a Cold Heart, and a Septimus, and they each do max enemy damage, which when she gets to level 20, she has a lot of HP. And then she just beats they just beat the shit out of her in like 15 seconds, I want to say. Alright, looks like I might be able to do it. Let me make sure they're focusing her. Unless she heals. Because she has an ability that she eats her little children, which is gross. Alright, so I got a Dwarf Ring. It's 2-star. It's a rare. Also, please do not scoff at the rares. If you get like 5-star rares, they could still be endgame viable. There are some champions I have that still have their 5-star or 6-star rare because it's so good. Let me show you actually. Where is it? Here it is. Let me show you. So like this one right here. This is a 5-star rare glove right here. So the crit rate, when you look at it, it's going to go up to 50%. Right? That's not bad at all. So that's definitely something you recommend. And look, both of my rolls actually landed in defense, which is something that's useful if I have a defensive champion like Rosin or Tayrel or, you know, someone like that. It's good if you want crit rate on him, but you also still want to try and get as much defense as possible. This is a pretty good one unless you can manage to get a better sub roll, right? So make sure you understand that rares are still pretty good. I wouldn't say so much for uncommons, but you know, it's really just dependent on what you can get. But rares, I've had some 6-star rare equipment that has done me great. Let me see if, yeah, these all landed 1 and 1, which is not a bad thing, but it's not the best. But yeah, so like actually this glove right here, I might actually keep, to be honest with you, even in the end game. All right, so I think that's it. That's everything I can talk about right now off the top of my head. Fucking 45 minutes. If anyone for some reason skips around and didn't actually watch the middle of the video where I pulled the shards, I pulled 2 voids and 7 ancients, and I got absolutely poopy. I didn't get anything of use. Let me show you everything I pulled. So I pulled pretty much all this crap right here. These 2 assholes, and then a bunch of these. And I am gonna do something that I don't do on any other account, which is actually save 1 of each rare. I am gonna do that. I'm known in my channel as one of the people that eats everything. My first video is eating a Whirlum. It's eating a legendary, which I don't recommend doing. But yeah. Alright, so like I said, I think that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I've been informative, and I'll try to keep doing these and try to, you know, come up with new things to talk about so that I can explain every, you know, minute detail and try and get everyone to endgame, I guess you could say. Fuck, I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes, bro. I mean, I know what I'm talking about in the game, but I fucking babble. I'm saying that now. Alright, take it easy, have a great time, and goodbye.